Welcome to G4. I'll be going over our study abroad trip itinerary. I'll go through day by day and show you through Google Maps the destinations that we have planned for our group of 20 students. I'll be taking you through our 16-day journey for our study abroad trip. Our trip will begin in Charlotte. We'll be leaving from Charlotte Douglas International Airport. All students and faculty who are leaving from Charlotte are responsible to be getting themselves to the airport this morning for an 8 o'clock flight. Our flight will be going straight to Stockholm. Stockholm Arlanda Airport. Stockholm is the capital of Sweden. We'll be arriving at around 3:30. And immediately we will be traveling to our hostel. Here we will all regroup and get ready for our first official day in Stockholm. Day 2. So for our first official expedition, we will be going to Stanshólmen. We'll be then, after lunch, going to the Museum of Technology. Sorry, I had to find my place. Before heading to dinner at the Hairy Pig restaurant. After dinner, we'll have free time and head back to lodging. Day 3. Day 3 in Stockholm, we will begin by going to the ABBA Museum. It's an interactive exhibition about the pop band ABBA. We'll be staying there until lunch. After lunch, we'll be heading to another museum, the Vasa Museum. This is a maritime museum. After this museum, about 5:30, we'll be heading to, or I guess at 3:30, we'll be heading to the Crook statue. We will then, after, find dinner and return to lodging, and also free time. Day 4. Day 4 will begin at the Parliament House. And then we're going to Sergels Torg. It's a big public square. We'll then be having lunch, and then be traveling all the way to the palace. After arriving at the palace, we'll be heading to the Royal Palace. Our dinner plan for that night will be Gustavat. We'll return to the lodging for a good night rest before day 5. Day 5, we're traveling all the way to Gothenburg. Our first stop upon arriving in Gothenburg will be going to our hostel. After our hostel, we'll be traveling to go get lunch before we go to the University of Sciences. After the Museum of Sciences, we will be heading to an amusement park. See if I can get rid of these. There we go. This amusement park. And then finishing up before dinner, we will be going to the Museum of Art. Of course, going back to lodging to rest up for day 6. Day 6, we'll be going to the Haga. Before heading to the Botanical Garden. We'll be taking a brief break for lunch before we head to the City Museum. Next stop will be this main boulevard, Gothenburg. Well, we'll find our dinner and then go back to our lodging for day 7. Day 7 will begin the Maritime Museum before we head to another statue. And before we head to our next place, the escape game, we will be getting lunch. And then we will be going to the casino. And finishing the day off, we will be going to the Opera House. Day 8. Day 8 will begin at the concert hall. Be going to the hostel before traveling all the way over to the Volvo Museum, where we will also receive some lunch and return back and meet at the statue of Poseidon, where we will have free time for the remainder of the day to explore the main square and get dinner before heading back to the hostel. Day 9. Begin at the Museum of World Culture. We'll spend the morning there before grabbing our lunch and traveling all the way to Lund. So here we travel south. We arrive in Lund, go straight to our hostel, and then our dinner. Before having some free time to explore the city the first night and getting a good night's rest. For day 10, first stop will be the Science Center. Following that, we'll be going to the University of London and having lunch. We'll be visiting this city as well. We'll have free time to explore more of London. Before heading back, looking to day 11. Day 11, we'll be heading straight to the Botanical Garden for a lovely morning before lunch. Here we will have our lunch. Then we will head to the London Museum, which will be our final stop in London before heading back to our second leg in Stockholm. We will travel back north to arrive in Stockholm just in time for dinner. We will head over to, once again, our hostel. Day 12. Day 12, we'll be visiting the university. Before we have our lunch and head over to our next site, the museum, Central Stockholm. After this, we will be traveling to a fish market. And finally, we will begin get dinner at O'Connell's Irish Pub. Day 13. We're going to AI Sweden, grabbing lunch, and going to the park. We'll have free time at the end of the day before returning to our hostel and beginning day 14. First stop of the day will be City Hall. We'll get lunch afterwards till we go and visit Esterson. For our tour. Day 15, we'll begin at the Nobel Prize Museum, where we spend the morning or grabbing lunch at the museum and heading to our next destination, Rosendale's Garden. Then we'll visit the lake before our dinner and returning back to our lodging. Our final day, 16, will be traveling back to the United States. We will be traveling directly back to Charlotte Douglas International Airport in Charlotte, where the students will be picked up and taken back to their homes. Thank you.